Let's get tipsy in Tipperary. Hello and welcome to Intoxicated Masculinity. If it's Wednesday, we have a cocktail video coming at you. Today, I just got the book Patty Drinks, which came out last year, and is the cocktail book for the Dead Rabbit Bar. And I've heard of that bar a lot, and I think it's kind of interesting, so I figured we'd do one of the drinks out of there, specifically the Tipperary. This cocktail was invented in first appears in 1917. It apparently refers to something that Irish veterans in World War I would say. It's a long way to Tipperary is kind of like a lament. The interesting thing about this, it was originally just their version, but then they say in here that it was also in one of our favorite cocktail books, the Savoy Hotel cocktail book by Harry Craddock. The version in here is very, very different. This is a 3-ingredient cocktail. An equal parts 3-ingredient cocktail. This is very much not. So I thought that we would actually just make these two versions side by side, as we've done sometimes in the past, and see which one we like the best. So let's get to doing that. Okay, we're back and we have ourselves some ingredients. So we're going to start off with the differences. So with our Dead Rabbit Tipperary, we're going to start off 3 dashes of Angostura bitters. One more for good luck. 3 dashes of orange bitters. And this calls for 3 dashes of absinthe. I've got my little atomizer, so we're just gonna go 3 little sprays, maybe 4 just for the heck of it. Now, that is the only difference in ingredients on these 3 cocktails. The rest of the ingredients are gonna be the same, just in a slightly different measure. So we're going to start off with our Green Chartreuse and our Dead Rabbit. We're going to add a 1/2 ounce. Now in this version, the original version, this is just an equal parts cocktail. To make sure these are about the same size, I'm going to go for 1.5 ounces. Next up, we're going to add our Italian vermouth, or sweet vermouth, or red vermouth, whatever you want to call it. So this is going to be the same in both. It's going to be 1.5 ounces. In each. And of course, since we're doing cocktails with Irish whiskey, our main ingredient is going to be Irish whiskey. I think I might actually take just a moment, because I haven't tried this Powers yet, so we might give that just a try on its own. Always sample your ingredients. It has a nice warm nose, not real overpowering, but kind of a little sweet. Maybe just a little bit of note of spice. That's pretty good. I know I'm not the best at tasting notes. It's got a very warm flavor. It tastes sweeter and richer than a lot of the Irish whiskeys that I've had. This is maybe the best Irish whiskey I've had. I know we did our Bushmills 12-year when we did our tasting between a few Irish whiskeys. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's good stuff. So let's go ahead and toss in 1.5 ounces. And if you're making this at home, if you just got Jameson's or something like that, I think you're probably going to be fine. I think this is obviously a lot better Irish whiskey than Jameson is, but I think putting it in a cocktail with this many ingredients, you're probably going to be okay. But what we first need to do is get some ice in our shakers and shake these things up. Let's get those into some shaker tins and give them a good shake. Okay, and we are going to double strain those into our Nick and Nora glasses. right, now Harry Craddock doesn't mention a garnish, but Dead Rabbit does. I'm just going to do it for both of them, and it's just going to be orange twist. Drip one in. And into our old-timey Tipperary as well. So there you have the Tipperary. I think I'm going to start off with the old-timey one. Now, what I expect from this is a lot more herbaceousness because we got a whole bunch of green chartreuse in there. That's really good. The flavors are melding together perfectly in a way that creates something that I want to say it almost has a cinnamony kind of a flavor, which I don't understand where that's coming from. But that's very tasty. I mean, the flavors are just are perfect together. You can almost not even, like, I can pull the green chartreuse out a little bit, and I can pull out the sweet vermouth a little bit, but you have to kind of try. Just a really, really well-balanced cocktail. So, let's see how Dead Rabbit does. Very good too. This is going to kind of be a tough one. This is kind of a flavor like your colas. I don't mean it tastes like Coca-Cola. It kind of has that flavor profile that Coca-Cola has to some degree. One of the things, if you're not familiar with, the flavor profile for Coca-Cola is actually incredibly complex. Someday on the channel I might do a cola syrup on my own, but it is, from what I understand, is very complex to do. These are both really good cocktails. I like both of these quite a lot. This one is a little simpler, but I here don't want it confused that simple meaning bad. It is a little bit less complex, I think, than the Dead Rabbit version. Yeah, the Dead Rabbit version is a little more complex. The flavors are, you sort of go through a bit of a range as you taste it. The absinthe is there just around the edges, very, very light. I might, if I were to do this again, I might actually just coat the glass in absinthe before I did the cocktail. But this isn't the wrong way to, this isn't a bad way to do it either. Yeah, other than that, you're just getting a very complex, very well balanced, cola-esque flavor. Because it's warm, it has some of those kind of, we kind of think of as autumny kind of flavors, you know. But it's still got that herbaceousness in there a little that kind of makes it kind of lighter. These are both really great cocktails. I wouldn't be angry with either one of these. I think if I was going to order one at a bar, I guess I'd probably order the Dead Rabbit cocktail, but it is very close. This is a really good cocktail. I'm just amazed because usually, I mean, in most cocktails, I mean, you want flavors to combine and you want them to sort of come together, but that's always a little bit tough to do. This really, both of these really do it very, very well. It's like these are very much more than sort of the sum of their parts. Yeah, and on that bombshell, I want to thank everybody for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a good drink, and have a good day. What is it? What the fuck is it, Mike? What is it? Say what it is.